Oh my word. I've just woken up, switched the telly on, and Madonna's on the telly. I have never seen so much Botox in my entire life. Madonna, what have you done? What have you done? Her face doesn't move. Dear, oh dear. So ahead of pool season, which pretty much starts, I guess, about now in Vegas. It's certainly pool weather today. I think it's 20 odd degrees today, and there are a few folks by the pool already. I thought I'd give a quick tour of the Vdara pool area for those of you that might be thinking of staying here. It's not the biggest. It reminds me a little bit of one of the pools at Aria, but they've got like 3 pools there, and here there's only this one. It's very nice and it doesn't look very busy, and I don't think it ever is particularly busy from looking at reviews on TripAdvisor, etc. Now, one thing you do need to know, and I found out about this while I was researching Vdara for this trip, when the hotel first opened, a number of guests complained about getting massive sunburn from lying by the pool, and it turns out that because the pool sits below the concave building of Vdara itself, what it does is it reflects the sun rays onto this pool area in such a way that it magnifies the heat, and it's affectionately known as the Vdara death ray. And that is the reason why you have so many parasols by this pool, so that guests can keep out of the Vdara death ray. I mean, pretty much every single bed has a parasol. So if you do come here, just beware. Do not lie in the sun without some shade, otherwise you are likely to get sunburnt. But nice little pool area. I think I might actually have a couple of hours by here later on today, ahead of going out tonight. Very good. And while we're doing a tour of Vdara, I'll just show you the lobby area. It's quite a small lobby area as you come out of the lifts here. So you basically got the tower and then just this area here. The pool's on the 3rd floor. So as you come out of the lifts on the right, this is the reception area where you check in, etc. That's all there is really there. And then you have a main bar here which also goes outside, which is normally quite busy at night, called the Vice Versa Patio and Lounge. And then moving on, you have the Market Cafe here, which is pretty much for quick bites really. So you've got burgers and muffins and salads and sandwiches and that type of thing there. And then at the end, you have a Starbucks, of course. When don't you? If you want to go to Bellagio and Monte Carlo, the tram is down there, literally 2 minutes. You can walk to Bellagio and get the tram to Monte Carlo. And if you want to go to Aria, it's out the front door, turn left, and as I said in the first vlog, it's a 2-minute walk just over there across the street. So really, I haven't noticed that I haven't been staying in a casino resort. I really haven't. So if that is a reason why you've not tried Vdara, me being a casino player, I certainly haven't noticed, and it definitely wouldn't put me off staying here again. So I'm on Quick Hit Rising Games. I do quite like this game. I played it, I think, trip with Suzanne. I put 100 in on the way to the shops. I got down to $4.24, so I thought it was going to be 100 loss, but it's got there in the end. 12 free games would be great. Yeah, okay. I guess that's the best one, although 8 free games at times 3 might be better, but we'll see. So basically what happens, every time you get one of those, the quick hit prize goes up. Obviously you need to hit the quick hits to get it. So you need a minimum of 3. That's annoying. A few 7s there. 20 bucks, 8 to go. That's okay. 440. Come on, the quick hits, I need you. So every time you get a rising cross, it increases the multiplier on 2 times at the moment. And it goes up to a maximum of 8 times. So on 32 bucks with 5 to go. Okay, so on the 6 there, the smaller one. Come on, 4 to go. Okay, that goes up again. Okay, that's 36 bucks. I guess the 7s are pretty good. And I got 9 for the 3 quick hits there. 3 to go, still time for a bit more. I'm not going to touch the button. So this is in Area. And I must admit, I've slagged Area off, even when I stayed here. I wasn't that keen on the casino here. But I've quite enjoyed sort of coming through here on the way to somewhere else and stopping off the last couple of days. Alright, 3 to go. Not much there. I think that might be my lot. Anyway, we need a big one at the end. Okay, so it goes up to 4 times, no, 5 times, but it's only 7s. That's 70 bucks though. Hey, look at that. Very nice. So I'm on the Hangover bonus. And this is, I mean, this is almost like, it's almost classified as a retro game now. I've not played this in quite a few trips. And it looks incredibly dated. It's quite interesting actually how things change. So I quite like that one, the free games feature. What you don't want is 2 of those for 4 bucks. And the stun gun, oh, okay, I've got the stun gun. It normally isn't great, but you never know. This is low rolling daytime gambling really, $2 a press. Gotta love the Hangover though. And I look at this and I just see Colin. So I'm gonna stun Colin.
Oh, that can't feel good. Glad it's not happening.
Come on, Colin, drop, drop, drop. $13.50. Keeps me going. So I'm on the Goonies, and this is low rolling daytime play. But I've been on this game now for about 45 minutes and I've managed to turn 80 bucks into 223 playing at 160 a bet. And I want to try and show you this bonus because the last one was excellent. So we've got 360 so far. We're going up to level 2. You can go up and down levels.
Oh my god.
I think when I played the max bet in January, I didn't get much of a bonus, to be honest, from what I can see. There's lots going on in this game. I was down, however, before I played this, so this isn't all profit. So they all change into the same symbol. So you could actually do with going down a level and starting again, because you don't really collect until you get to level 4.
Maybe it's enough. Believe me, I know what I'm doing.
So this just changes certain symbols to wild.
I hit the wrong note! I'm not scratching it now!
That's not great.
Oh, Mikey, look!
So here we go. I could do with going back to level 1, please. Okay, going back to level 2 is okay. I'm happy with that. This one could be quite good if you get a load of symbols that change.
No, I'm too young!
Back up to level 3. But if you're, if you're comfortable playing sort of 160 a bet, this is a good game to play. This has kept me very entertained for, well, it's going to be an hour probably. And I'm not saying it's always like that, but okay, so they're all wild. So this could be good. I got one more pick, so I can get the 10s or him. That would be really good. Yeah. Now what I need is a multiplier, but I'm not sure if they give a multiplier on this bit. That's good. That's 29.20, excellent. And I must admit, doing this low rolling during the day, I haven't done it for a while. It sort of takes the pressure off and you can just relax, and obviously if you're doing $4 a press with the bankroll I have, you can run through it fairly easily, but this has really kept me going. Right, so on level 4 now. So this turns reels into wild. So reel 2 wild. Five, yeah. Got one more pick. So I don't think that's great. So on 44.80. Now this is where it tends, so we've had 8 free games here, this is where it tends to collect once you've got to level 4. I'm not going to touch it, it's thinking about it. Okay, I'll press the button. Here we go. Let's hope we don't collect. Ah, we did. Anyway,
Look at this.
44 bucks, and as I said, I was about 150 down before I played this, so it's been pretty good. Decent game for sure. I'm always tempted to play the max bet, as you know, at $4. But I'll take what it's given me, which has basically taken me from around about 80 to 100. I can't remember exactly what I started with, up to 268.75. So it's all good. So a couple of spins later, I've got a screen like that at 2 times. So that's 57.60. And this is where you get the bones at the end, and I could pick 4 of them, and it changed 1, 2, 4, and 5 to wild. So I'm now up to 310.95. Incredible on a 160 bet. I'll carry on whilst it's paying. So I thought I'd play a bit of low rolling Simpsons at 150 a bet. We've got the pranks a lot feature, which is a random feature on this game. Not seen this one before actually. It's probably going to be terrible, but let's just see what happens. So I can prank call Mo as Mike Rott, Sawyer Doodle, Alcoholic, or Bend Over. Well, there's only one you can really choose, and that's Bend Over.
What are you looking for? Bend over? Hold on. Bend over! Hey, everybody, I want to bend over now. I catch you. I'm going to get a permanent marker and draw a mustache on your kissing.
Okay, 15 times what? All wins at 15 times.
You won, buddy. I knew you could do it. Now, kindly pay me my 10% cheer you on like a friend fee.
Okay, so it's 18. Not too bad. Quite fun.
It's part of my public service for my glug glug, vroom vroom, thump thump.
So we're now on the Krusty the Clown free spins. Oh, hang on. So basically, yeah, this is not going to be much again. You got to take it for what it is, but you can get upgrades. So $10, but I need an upgrade, definitely. There we go. There's one. So I've now got $15. Ah, 18. There you go. So on Sphinx 4D again, and this is again low rolling at 240 a bet in Aria. And again, I'm not really sure which bonuses I have to choose from because I'm not doing the max bet. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have the Sandstorm again. We've got the Mystic Wheel bonus, which is turn the wheels to win credits and high multipliers, okay? And then we have the Blazing Numbers bonus. I'm going to go for the Mystic Wheel bonus. Ooh. Let's see what this is all about. I'll cover them all by the end, probably, of this trip, but I do quite like this game. Not sure whether I prefer it to the 3D or not really. I guess I've not had a big win on it.
This is the Mystic Wheel bonus. Use a finger to spin the lit up wheels. You can spin the wheels in both directions.
Okay, let's start then. So $4.55, I assume. Okay, alright, so I got a multiplier, okay. Interesting. 27 times, is it? Okay. What's 27 times? My maths isn't good enough to work it out after about 4 Budweisers. Let's see. Oh, 122.85, very good. Actually, that was quite good. Yeah, not a bad little bonus, that one. So this motel is closed, and I normally wouldn't mention it, but the only reason I am mentioning it, do you know which motel I'm talking about? It's closed down, which basically means the sign is no longer. So if anybody at the Neon Boneyard has any sense, they'll be digging it up tomorrow and sticking it downtown. That's really sad. That is without doubt my favourite Vegas sign. I'm not saying the motel was up to much. Clearly not. So first stop of the night is the Stratosphere, and it was actually recently announced that they're going to do £140 million worth of renovations to this place. And also rename it, so it's going to be called, well, basically what everybody calls it anyway, the Strat. And I haven't been here for a couple of trips, so I was keen to get down here during this one. Always loved the casino in here, always been fairly lucky for me. Let's hope it is tonight. So let the North Strip casino crawl begin. So I left Stratosphere having lost 100. Wasn't really feeling the vibe in there tonight, actually. I don't know, I couldn't really find any games that I really wanted to play, bizarrely. So sometimes it's best just to leave and go somewhere else. I normally like it in there, so it's quite odd. So next of our 4 casinos we're going into tonight is SLS. And I don't know, those of you that follow Vegas news, obviously next to SLS you've had Fontainebleau, which has now been sold, so hopefully will open in the near future. It's going to be renamed. I can't quite recall the name now off the top of my head, but I think you're going to have a resurgence on the north end of the Strip in the coming years, because Resorts World, they've started building that again in the Stratosphere, sorry, in the Stardust site. You've got Fontainebleau opening, so it should spell a positive upturn for this part of town. Right, SLS. Here we go. Not bad. So I've left SLS, lost 100 in there as well, so 200 down so far. And really, apart from those 2 spins on Wheel of Fortune, I've not had a great deal for it. But we're heading to the West Gate. It's a while since I spent an evening in the West Gate, and I don't know, for some reason I'm really looking forward to it tonight. Maybe I should have gone there to start with, huh? Anyway, here we go, Westgate. Whenever I come to Westgate, I always think of one person, and that lady's name is Dr. Martha Ogden. And most of you won't know who she is, but those of you that are fans of the Louis Theroux documentary on Vegas will know who she is. She was the elderly lady who basically came to the Hilton, as was, every single day and gambled, and had gambled 4 million, and they buried her husband and paid for it, etc, etc, etc. But I've never seen her here. But I guess now that documentary is fairly old, so that's probably the reason. Maybe she's no longer with us, sadly. Anyway, I'm very excited to come into Westgate for 2 reasons. One, because I just fancy playing here tonight. And the second one is they've introduced a new drink ordering service, whereby they don't just come around and offer you the drinks. You have to order them via the machine, and the machine tells you when you qualify for a drink. Now, as a slot player who loves a drink, it could be either great or awful. Let's test it out. Right, so let's explain this this drinks ordering system to you, because it is quite interesting, and I imagine every casino eventually will have it. So basically, you have that glass symbol there. Press it, order a drink, search. Okay, so just for a change, I'm going to have a Budweiser. I've heard they're quite good Budweisers. Okay, so you then, yes to confirm, So order received successfully. Now once you've done that, you can carry on playing your game. Your drink order is then pending. You can press the drink order and you can check the status of it. So obviously at the moment it will just be okay, preparation completed, so they're already bringing it over. So it is, it's pretty good. I mean, there is no, I mean, you can cancel it if you're leaving. You can keep checking the status. Basically, if you have your card in the machine like I do, and you decide to move machines, I mean, obviously you need to stay in the vicinity. It doesn't track you around the casino, but it still keeps the order there. Similarly, you don't have to have a card to order a drink. So basically, if you don't have a card, you just do the same thing. And again, I did ask a waitress, and she said, "I'll just move around, but like you would normally if you leave a machine. As long as you look out for me and you tell me where you are, that's it. It doesn't track how much you gamble. All it will not do is allow you, if you use your card to, or in the machine you're in, to make more than one order every 15 minutes. But ultimately, if I ordered a Budweiser here and then I wanted one 5 minutes later, I'll just go next door and press the button there. It basically wouldn't realise, because it's a different machine, and whether I've got my card in this one or not, someone else might be sitting there who doesn't have a card. So to be honest with you, I think it's a better system than not having an automated system, because you know, you can just press buttons on machines around you to get people to come out with drinks. Now, they might end up telling you to go away and if you keep ordering them, but to be honest, all good to me. So let's crack on with it. So I've left Westgate. Couldn't win a thing in there, couldn't win a thing in SLS, couldn't win a thing in Stratosphere. Definitely, I do think the gambling gods are sort of paying me back for yesterday. So anyway, I'm down 400 on the day, but I'm still going to give 100 or so in the circus. And actually, I mean, just doing this normal walk, which ultimately was Riviera. Why would you turn this into a car park, right? When you could build a nice big new casino, and you imagine the views down there from the top floor, right? I don't get that. I really don't get that. And I'm sure, well, actually, I'm sure when the north of the strip is developed, it will become a casino, I'm sure. But they probably just bought the land. But anyway, Circus Circus, here we come. I need to finish my night in here. And I left before I lost all my money for the night. Hopefully it will signal a change of luck. And I tell you what, I say it every time, but you look at this view and it just makes you smile. And it really does. This place should be scooped up and chucked downtown, probably next to the plaza where the train's been derailed. Between Main Street and Plaza, just stick it there and then we can all enjoy it in its proper location. In the meantime, I'll just go in. So here is the obligatory Red Hot Fusion bonus game. And I guarantee, I'm not really a slot channel, I'm more of a Vegas channel, but I guarantee no slot channels ever feature this game anymore. Right, we need to fill some pointers up. And we need some re-triggers. Actually, that's not bad. Oh, okay. Didn't quite line up. I'll tell you what, I will play this game for as long as it's still alive in Vegas. and it won't be long before it's extinct. That's an absolute certainty. Right, come on, fill these up. It's going to be tragic if I don't get a re-trigger. Come on, we've got 2 more to get it. I've only got 1 pointer filled at the moment. Oh dear. Come on, come on, come on, yes. Oh, and relax. I love it, I love it. So we can safely say we've got 2 pointers filled. And we're working on the 3rd. Sorry for the glare behind me, it's because of the Willy Wonka. How dare it interfere? These modern games, I don't know. Okay, so 11 to 16, we need 2 more for the 3rd pointer. Which I'm confident we'll get, but if we need anything more, we need another re-trigger. There you go. And you need 5 to win anything decent, for sure. All 5 lit. Come on, re-trigger. So I've got 2 games left if I don't, and 2 pointers to fill. Yes? That's okay. Actually, that's pretty good. For 16 games, that's pretty good. So 4 out of the 5 filled. Right, here we go. I'm hopeful to get one of those. The 287 would be great, although unlikely. Let's see. Hey, not quite, but hey. 43.04 and a 125 bet. Basically, I'm just happy to play the machine. So yesterday, Lady Luck pretty much showed me her backside for the whole evening. I couldn't win anything in Stratosphere at all, nothing in Westgate at all, a couple of spins on Wheel of Fortune in SLS, and a few Red Hot Fusion bonuses in Circus Circus, but they were all small, and the best one you saw in the previous clip at 43 or whatever it was. But other than that, there really was nothing worth mentioning. I had a great time though, and I had loads of beers, and I ended up rolling in to Vdara at around about 3:30 this morning. I seem to be surviving on about 5 hours sleep so far per day, which I guess I'll just probably carry on until I get home and then crash over the Easter weekend. Yesterday afternoon I was planning to go shopping. I never made it. I ended up staying in Aria all afternoon. So I'm going to have another go at it today to see if I actually get to the shops. I'll probably stop off at Aria along the way. But having a great time, and we go again today. Let's hope the luck is back on track. So stay tuned, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Take care.